Dear guests, my colleagues, friends, this is a sort of building, and we are now hosting a great visitor coming from Romania. Please join me in welcome Adrian, Bogdan, Ceobanu, an associate professor of Türkiyat, Alexandru, Ioan, Cuza, University of Iași. To begin with, he's a qualified academic and a versatile and sophisticated researcher. He has a wide range of topics to study and make research about. Some can be numbered as Romanian modern history, history of international relations, history of Romanian-Russian relations, history of Romanian and European diplomacy in the 19th century until the First World War, and some diplomatic documents editing he has done until this time. So really, when they consider his age, this is a huge, list of publications, and please, at the same time, join me to thank him, to congratulate him on this, matter. Today, he will be speaking about Romanian diplomats in Istanbul or Constantinople between 1878 and 1914. I do wish him a fine talk, and for you, I wish a productive listening. Please, you can begin, Mr. Ceobanu.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this kindly presentation. I'm very glad and honored to be here at Istanbul University, at the Institute of Turkology. I heard that is a very important moment for the Institute, 100 years from the foundation, so I'm very honored to be here and to present some details about Romanian diplomats at Constantinople from 1878 to 1914, so from the Congress of Berlin until the First World War. I think it will be a presentation of 40 minutes. But at the end there are some questions, of course, I will try to answer this question. First of all, I want to say that we will not be a, let's say, technical presentation or a classical presentation about Romanian-Ottoman relations. I will present some details about biography of some Romanian diplomats, plenipotentiary ministers here in Ottoman Empire. So at the beginning I will present some details about organization of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but at the end of the 19th century, and then I will start my presentation first with some biographical details, and then some remarks about the activity of these diplomats at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. So for the beginning, some details about Romanian diplomatic service, and I must say that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the United Principalities, Romania and Wallachia, was founded in July 1862. At the beginning, comprised 3 sections: Council Affairs, Policy, and Contentions. Its organization was modest, and of course it employed just a few persons. You know very well that until 1878, Romania was under the guarantee of great powers and suzerainty of Ottoman Empire. Only after the Congress of Berlin we can speak about the independent Romanians. So, after the Congress of Berlin, we have many laws that bring some modification about organization of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For example, the law from September 1878 established new diplomatic ranks. For example, the first class included extraordinary delegates and plenipotentiary ministers. The second class comprised resident ministers, and the third class chargé d'affaires. At the beginning of 1880s, Romania had 10 active legations abroad. So at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, Romania had only legation and the diplomatic agency, not embassy. You know very well that Ottoman Empire, of course, had embassy abroad, but in the case of Romania, we can speak only about a legation, 10 legation in a very important capital, only in European capitals. We had legation in Greece, in Germany, in Serbia, in Belgium, the Ottoman Empire, of course, in the Great Britain, in France, in the Russian Empire, Italy, and of course in Austro-Hungary. And of course, and one diplomatic agency in Sofia, in Bulgaria, in the south of Romania. Romania was officially represented through a mission in Constantinople with the rank of legation from October 1878, which actually inherited the role of the diplomatic agency of the United Principalities established in October 1859. And I need to make some remark that after the union of Romanian principalities, were some diplomatic agency abroad in Constantinople, the first one in 1859, and then in Paris 1 year later, and in 1863 in Belgrade. So in the rule of Alexandru and Cuza, we had only 3 diplomatic agencies abroad. After the arriving in Romania of Prince Carol, we can add another diplomatic agency in Vienna, Berlin, in Rome, and in Petersburg. The legation from Ottoman Empire functioned until August 1916, when the diplomatic relations with Ottoman Empire were frozen. Romania also opened until the First World War consulates in Ottoman Empire in some cities. Also a consulate here in Constantinople. We had a legation and consulate. Another consulate was in Salonic, and another one in Manastir. Yeah, so this is, let's say, the Romanian consular network in Ottoman Empire until the First World War. And I need to make a short remark that in Romanian historiography are some articles and books very good about Romanian-Ottoman relations at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. And I can mention the book published by my colleague from Bucharest, who published a book about Ottoman-Romanian relations at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. This book was published in Iași some years ago. Also, Ceobanu published many articles about Romanian-Ottoman relations, and also my colleague from Bucharest, from the Institute of Southeast Europe, Daniel Cail, also published some articles about Romanian diplomacy in Ottoman Empire. So I can say that it's a subject well known in Romanian historiography, but I will try to capture your attention about these 11 Romanian ministers in Constantinople between 1878 and 1916. The first one, the first Romanian plenipotentiary minister here in Constantinople was Dimitrie Brătianu. He was born in 1880 in Pitești, Valahia at that moment, and he died in 1892 in Bucharest. He stayed here in Constantinople 3 years, from 1878 to 1881, and he belonged to a family of politicians who influenced the development of Romania in the 19th century and its transformation to a modern independent state. His brother, Ioan Brătianu, is the famous one. He was the Romanian Prime Minister for many times. He was also the president of National Liberal Party for, I think, 16 years at the end of the 19th century. But in 1878, Dimitrie Brătianu wasn't the first choice of Prince Carol as an official envoy to the Sultan. The first choice was Ioan. But Ioan was rejected by the court, by the Ottoman Empire, due to the fact that he used to be an employee of the Sultan. Was a bureaucrat in the Ottoman Empire as Bey of Samos at the middle of the 19th century with the rank of prince from 1856. So he was rejected from the authorities here from Constantinople. So this is the way in how Dimitrie Brătianu was sent to Constantinople in October 1878. As anything did, an unofficial Ottoman representative to Bucharest added to the presentation of Dimitrie Bărtianu an interesting remark which would bring once more the sympathy of the Ottomans, and I quote,